What's up, gamers? So, yeah, instead of grinding in Lost Ark all weekend like I planned to do, I got inspired by Discord and decided to go ahead and throw together a tutorial to teach you all how to use a controller the most efficient and easiest way in Lost Ark. So first of all, what you're going to need to do is go and look up Global Steam Controller, Glosk. I'll put a link in the description of the video where you can find it. And what this is exactly, and it's not just for Steam Controller. Since Steam has updated and supports almost every controller you can think of now, this works for everything. PS4, Xbox, I think even Nintendo controllers. But yeah, what this is and what this does, I'm going to go ahead and explain it because I know a lot of people will be asking questions about can we get banned for this and all this other stuff. And I mean, I can't say with 100% positivity, but yeah, 99.9% sure that there's no way you should be able to get banned. The game, the anti-hack software will not be able to detect this because, as stated here, common misconceptions. Glosk does not hook into your games, launch programs, or system components, except into Steam itself, to keep the controller from switching to desktop config. And what that means is, and how this actually works is, Glosk basically opens up a blank window that that basically takes all of your controller inputs and then it puts them where, I mean, it basically puts them wherever you need them. It's pretty simple. Okay, so how do we go about setting this up? So first of all, you want to go to download latest release, which will go over to GitHub, and you just click on gloskinstaller.exe, download that. I've already got it installed, so I'm not going to reinstall it. That's pretty straightforward. And then what we want to do is first, I would say do this first before installing. Oh, I mean, okay, no, install the Glosk first, and then after you install, go to Glosk, go to more, go to open file location, or if you already know where that is, if you know where your shortcut is, go to your shortcut, right click it, and go to properties. Basically what we're getting at here is you need to have Glosk and Steam itself running in an administrator mode. So go to properties, go to the compatibility tab, check the run this program as an administrator box, click OK. Also do the same for your Steam install. Right click properties, compatibility, make sure it's running as administrator. And when you run Steam, it will yell at you and say it does not like running in compatibility mode, blah blah blah, it can cause errors, it's fine. Ignore that and click continue. Alright, so now we're gonna open up Steam. And then we're gonna open up Glosk. Alright, we'll get to this in a second. We'll go to Glosk first. So you open up Glosk and it gives you a little tutorial about how to do this. You can go ahead and read that on your own time if you like. I'm just going to spam through it. So what we're going to do is create new. Name it Lost Ark. And all the default options are what we want, so we don't have to do anything more. Click Save. Click Add All to Steam. It'll tell you need to restart Steam. Click Yes. Click OK. Relog into Steam. type your password correctly. Are you serious? Okay. Type it correctly the third time. This is all. No, you have to type it wrong twice for this to work. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we get into Steam. You want to go ahead and probably click register to this account. Controller name, all that stuff. It's fine. Just use all the defaults. Okay, let's go back to the start so I can show you how to get here first. Okay. So depending on what controller you're using, you're going to want to go to Steam, go to Settings, go to Controller, go to General Controller Settings. Okay, and see here, this is something somewhat new to Steam where we have support for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, generic, basically everything you can think of as far as controllers go. So go ahead, check whatever you want to use, or check them all if you want. It doesn't really matter. Click back. And I think for this example, we'll just go ahead and use a... Actually, I'll show you both. I'll show you both the Steam controller and the PS4 controller. Okay, so yeah, when that's done, click OK. Restart Steam again. This time, type your password and correct the first time. That's important. Okay, and then now you'll see in your games list. Sorry, I have tons and tons of games. I'm a pretty big gamer. You'll have this new generic link called Lost Ark. And we don't want to hit play yet. You can just go straight to controller configuration. And here you can customize it yourself if you want, but I am going to provide you some links to some pre-made configs that I've already made that I believe to be super awesome. So you're going to go ahead and click the link. I don't have the link to click, so I'm going to go and paste my link into my browser. This is for my Steam controller config. Click that. Open Steam Client Bootstrapper. And this is my configuration that I have for Steam controller. Click Apply Configuration. And basically from here we're good to go as far as starting up the game and everything if we wanted to right now. But we're not going to right now. We're gonna show you also the PS4 controller real quick. So unplug the Steam controller, plug in the PS4 controller, register to this account, just call it PlayStation 4 controller. I'm going to call it test, because this is the test one. Just so I don't get my profiles mixed up. Okay. Sometimes there's a little delay before your mouse cursor comes up when you're switching between the controller config and Steam. Okay, so this is this one I already played around with on this test account, the PS4 controller. So you can see we already have our config here, but just for the sake of showing you how that also works, we'll go ahead. This is my link for the PS4 controller. You go do the same thing, paste it into Chrome, or just click the link or whatever comes up. PS4 controller, apply, and yeah, whatever. Okay, so we have our PS4 controller set up, which is basically the same as our Steam controller. There's a few slight differences because, you know, the controllers are different, but that's the gist of it. So From here, our controller should be working. So what we want to do is, we want to play Lost Ark, don't we? Let's go ahead and open Stove. Hopefully the server's up. That would be bad if the server was down right now. I should have checked on that before I started the video. Please be up, please be up. Oh, there's an update. Okay, hopefully it's not a big update. Okay, well, this is my bad. That's my bad, people. Okay, so I cut the video. Apparently there was some sort of really bad duping glitch, and the servers have been down for like, I don't know, at least 6 to 8 hours already now. So the plan was I wanted to like load up the game and show you guys, do a little demonstration in game of how everything works with the controller, but I guess we're just gonna have to go. I can just show you the layout again and explain the layout, and you guys can go and use it yourselves in game. Okay, so yeah, between all the controllers, and I have a layout for Steam controller, Xbox, and PS4, which I'll be putting in the description of the video. Okay, so they're all pretty similar, except, you know, the buttons are different on every controller. I think the Xbox controller is going to be the hardest one because the Xbox controller has the least amount of buttons compared to the Steam controller and the PS4 controller, because the PS4 has this touchpad, which gives us 2 extra buttons, and the Steam controller has the 2 rear buttons. But anyway, so let's start with the joysticks. Joysticks, simple. Use this to move. You can long press the joystick in to open up an on-screen keyboard if you like. And then the right joystick will control your mouse, and if you click it in, it'll be like a right click. And then we'll do the buttons last. We'll go to the D-pad. You have down as your normal pot, your F1, and left as your emergency pot, up as your F2 music, and right as your mount, F3. And then if you long press up, that'll be your number 2 hotkey. Long press right is your number 3. Long press down for your number 4. Okay, so you have your left bumper as your roll or your dodge, whatever, depends on your class, whatever class you're playing. That's your space bar, basically. Left trigger is your loot and interact button, G. Right trigger is your left click if you want to use a left click for your mouse to use your inventory, but I swap between my controller and my keyboard and mouse. But if you don't have your keyboard and mouse nearby, you can actually, you have your keyboard here and your mouse left and right click. That's your full pull. Actually, if you only soft pull this, you get your auto run, which is by default T. Okay, and then this brings us to this little action here, which swaps between our QWER and ASDF. So if you hit your right bumper, these buttons here, which are Q, W, E, and R, on this page, if you hit that button, it'll swap to ASDF. And you can switch that to whatever you like. I thought that was the best way for me, is ASDF and QWER. And yeah, that's about it. It's pretty simple, easy to use. Tested it quite a bit in game, but not as much as I'd like. Usually I spend like a good 2 to 3 days tweaking these and testing all of these profiles that I make, and I just made all these profiles overnight in like less than 6 hours. So if there's any problems or any glitches, be sure to let me know. I'll try to fix those and update the configs for you guys. But other than that, I hope you enjoy playing Lost Ark with a controller. I'm sorry we couldn't go in game and show you guys how it works in game, but yeah, it's pretty simple. Like I said before, you just push play here to open up your window. I'll push this again just to kind of show you that. Where's the friends thing? Friends list. So yeah, once you push play here, it'll show you as you're in game. The Steam thinks you're in the game, and the controller will start acting like you're actually in the game. And yeah, everything works like that. Just make sure you added everything as run Steam and Glosk as administrator, and you should be good to go. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do enjoy and you want to, give something back, you can come and watch my stream or check out my stream on twitch.tv/Zeladon. Or if you want, you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Zeladon. Any sort of support from the community is always appreciated. I have a very small community, and I would like to be growing it if I can. Actually, my wife is pregnant, so I'm trying to bring in a little bit of extra money. Got a baby on the way, that kind of thing. So any little thing will help. If not, no big deal. I like doing this kind of thing just because it's I love gaming and I love helping out my fellow gamer. Anyway, that's it. I'll try to add a next video of a demonstration later when the servers are actually working. And yeah, in the meantime, during this downtime, maybe you guys can get this stuff working and let me know what you think about it. That's going to do it. I will see you guys next time. Peace out. And GG's.